So, I'm going to tell to you about a story about when I was 10 years old. I remember when I was 10 years old, I first started struggling with low self esteem and insecurity issues. It was around fourth grade that I started dealing with a whole lot of new challenges. A new school, our old school had forced all of us to move to the new school, which was a tough year for me. Plus, the economic downturn at the time, which is also known as the Great Recession, as they call it. Um, and then, just all these new changes, and then anxiety, and then I was also bullied. I dealt with that really badly too. Well, it was around this time that I had to gradually work my way through it. I had to force myself to get up to eat breakfast, shower, brush my teeth, and get dressed for school. I forced myself to do everything, do my schoolwork, and I only missed a few days of school if I really, really didn't feel well. So I also had to discover that you have to stand on your own 2 feet and you have to learn self worth. But for a long time, it felt helpless. Like, who's going to help me? How am I going to do this? I'm a very strong person. So even as a child, I didn't like the idea of having to ask for help. I would much rather do it all on my own. Well, when I got a little bit older, I realized that you can't spend time relying on other people. You have to figure out your self-worth for yourself, and nobody can tell you otherwise. Don't ever let someone call you ugly or make you feel inferior because they can't. They don't have any power unless you allow them to have that. So that's up to you to decide. So for a long time, it was around October of that year, all the way until the spring. So for about 10 months, I struggled with feeling insecure about my appearance and low self esteem and bullying. And at one point, it just felt helpless. Like, the economic recession was hard for a lot of families. And of course, it affected the children. We were just kids and we were going to be definitely impacted by that. And then, it was hard trying to connect with other kids. Nobody really understood me. So I decided to gradually keep working on regaining confidence. And at one point, I almost gave up because it was like, this whole depression is useless. I can't do anything. And then maybe I'm just not meant to be happy. So I kind of convinced myself that. And it wasn't until around May of that year I started feeling better. And then a few weeks afterwards, I felt 100% me again. I was like, unbelievable. Oh my gosh, I did it. And it was the best feeling in the world. And I realized that nobody could ever take that away from me. They had no more power than I gave to them. So, you want to learn what true self worth is? Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Nobody can get you down, not unless you let them. And, some of your bullies may one day need you. So be careful how you treat people. Thanks for watching. I hope I was able to help someone today.